What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Arthur. A couple days ago, we hit 1,000 subscribers. So thank you all so much for that. We're going to go back to the roots where it all started with the KPMG Virtual Internship, except this time we're doing the Tax Consulting Virtual Internship. So let's get into part one. So I'm going to be using Google Docs for this. Basically, the first task is to write up a memo. We're also given a couple links. So we have a class ruling link that I personally just found on my own because I wanted to find out more about that. And this is the link about Qantas Airways, the share buyback that they did. So that's something useful for you to also read that will help out with this task a lot. So the first thing I'm going to do is copy in the question. I'll format it as well. There we go. And definitely look through the class ruling link. I'll drop it in the description. So I'm just gonna set up a kind of an introductory statement of what we should be looking at. So Upton Park Limited should look into apply for a class ruling with the Australian Tax Office. So to release a detailed report of potential tax outcomes. So basically, what I'm trying to write here is we want the ATO to release. We're suggesting that UPL gets in contact with the ATO to release a kind of report, that same class ruling that we saw with the Qantas Airways, that basically advises on tax outcomes for UPL shareholders. In regards to the share buyback that they're talking about in the task. So yeah, basically the reasons are kind of to make it public information to all shareholders, and so that people have they have access to it in a public setting. And that the information is accurately provided for everyone in terms of the tax consequences. It also allows them to make a well-informed decision on basically their participation in the buyback. And there are some certain eligibility issues that we will outline. I believe it's just residency in Australia or New Zealand. So we're looking at 4 issues. So that's going to be just the next thing. I'm going to call them basically whatever they told us to. So key issues. TO's confirmation. Okay, so that's just a bit of a subheading there. And let's try find 4 things that we want to include. You can find this, I think, if not all of them, most of them in the Qantas class ruling. So let's start with capital proceeds. Basically, rather than phrasing it as a question, I'm trying to phrase it as a statement. So it's really like how capital proceeds impact shareholders' capital gain or loss in relation to the buyback. And then we can I should really format everything at the end, but it's just not gonna work. Move that. I hate how it goes into the next line. Okay. And this is the next issue that should be covered. So again, I'm trying to phrase it as a sentence. So I guess what portion of buyback price is treated as a dividend for tax purposes? So that's definitely covered in the Qantas class ruling. I saw that in there. So this is another point. ATO will not deny shareholders the benefit of franking credits. So if you're not sure what franking credits are, my understanding is that it's kind of an additional payment with the dividends. So I'll definitely search that up to just double check. And then decrease gross capital proceeds of buyback by taxable cash dividend. So we're not doing we're not doing a double taxation. Okay. I don't like how it goes into the next line, but maybe I might leave that there for now. And let's delete that because I think that's all good. So we have a bit of an outline now for the memo. We can definitely add a little bit better formatting, I think, but for now let's just focus on the content. So let's start with the capital proceeds portion. Oh, I do not like that, but okay. So what would we say? Buyback is assumed to have occurred at the market value of the share price. So I literally found this somewhere in the class ruling, and just kind of reading about buybacks on Investopedia and stuff. So you should, if you're unsure what this means, definitely have a look at that. Oops, buyback. Yeah, so in reality, discount to the market, typically that's what happens. Because the company is basically buying back the shares, so. Okay. I think that's all right. I'm not entirely sure if I phrased that in the best possible way. So net capital proceeds will likely exceed the cash they'll receive for the shareholders' dividend payment. So portion of buyback price treated as dividend for tax purposes. So there's a little there's a little cost that you notice if you look through the class ruling for Qantas. You can see how there's a little bit that's paid out, and that's I read that's the cash received minus the debits. You can see that little debit payment in the class ruling for as an example for Qantas. Basically, just I kept going back to Qantas to understand what was really happening. And this is what I was saying a little earlier, that basically this is a little to do with the eligibility. So Australia and New Zealand resident shareholders will receive franking credits as part of the buyback. Hence, franking credits are received by those who benefit from them the most. Yeah. Benefit from them. Okay, fix that. All right. So decrease gross capital proceeds of buyback taxable cash dividend. So that's pretty self-explanatory. So shareholder and taxpayer, whichever one, can reduce the gross proceeds by the cash dividend to avoid double taxation. All right. That's not good. It's not what I wanted. Okay, and that's basically it. I'll fix some more formatting issues. I'll just title it KPMG. I guess just module 1. And yeah, that's basically our memo done. And that's it for the first module. Thank you all so much for watching. My tax knowledge is not amazing. Haven't really studied tax in length at all. Let me know what you guys think. This is also my revised version, so I edited a couple things. My main points remain the same. Once again, massive thank you for 1,000 subscribers. Never thought we would get there. It's been very, very awesome. So if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, drop a like, comment, let me know what you think, and add any other suggestions. All right, thanks guys.